Hello, everybody. Look at that. We made it here. Okay, actually, I wanted to change something. So I was looking yesterday back at older segments of our videos, older clips, older videos, whatever, from when we first started this bulk. I liked the lighting a lot better back then. Now, we didn't change anything in the room. One thing we changed was on the camera. So we're using like a different filter. I don't know if I can change it while I'm recording. Of course not. So I'm thinking I liked, honestly, when we first started the bulk, last bulk. Well, we're not on the bulk yet. So the most recent bulk we did, I think, had the camera settings on standard because I just got it, or there was some other mode. But I'm pretty sure the first time I got it, I wasn't going through strength of settings. And honestly, it made me look pretty cool. It made it look like a lot more of how I'm seeing it from eye to eye. Like when I look from eye to camera, it makes my skin look a lot redder and like it honestly makes it look like I'm 5% like heavier than I am. And I don't really like that. And maybe that's because I'm messing with the exposure. Maybe I should also leave the exposure at 0. Yeah, because like you see when I mess with the exposure, it also makes me look a little heavier. But this is probably how your pre-workout's good. Alpha Lion, Lion's Blood. So in my opinion, that's probably the best tasting pre-workout I've had so far. Now, the next time I get to go pre-workout shopping, I talk today. It's already kicking in that beta-alanine and all that energy, caffeine, it's hitting hard. I might try a different brand. Now, I don't know what brand to go for. There's a billion of them on there. Maybe we'll go for like Feral Sups, Trend Twins, and then maybe we'll try some like Grillamine, C4. There's C-Bums. There's a bunch of other ones. There's a bunch of them. But right now, all I've tried is the big two Rise and I guess Alpha Lion. They were pretty big when I first got them. I haven't heard much about them though, but it's all Rise. But yeah, no, they probably had the best tasting pre-workout that I've tried to this day, which is Red Gummy Bear, Lion's Blood. That is just a solid one. I've gone through like 6 tubs of it already. The only other one I've gone through multiple, I think, is the Blue Sour Punch Straw from Rise. That one was really good. And then I have another tub of the Green Sour Punch Straw from Rise. That one was also really good. The Godzilla ones are pretty good. They have creatine in them, so they kind of have that like sandy aftertaste to them a little bit, which isn't bad. I'd prefer they didn't have that because it's a double scooper, so you can actually dose more caffeine or less if you want easily. And I don't double scoop yet. There's no reason to. That's overkill, and it costs a lot of extra money. I mean, I'll be going through 2 tubs at the same time. Go through one. That's $70 extra, almost 50. Whatever. Those things aren't cheap though. But yeah, that's my pre-workout rant. I solved the Rubik's Cube again today. I used to be really good at solving the Rubik's Cube, and I stopped doing it. And then today, after like a month or 2 of not solving it, I picked it up. And I was like, I wonder if I can solve this without looking at any of the algorithms. It took me about 15 minutes, but I managed to actually solve it. Someday I should bring it down here and solve it. I think I can get it now. I did it 4 or 5 times already today. I can probably do it in 3 to 4 minutes again, which is pretty crazy. But yeah, once you learn how to solve it, you basically don't forget. Well, you have to look at the algorithms occasionally. But once you get the rhythm of it, it's pretty easy. All right, anyway, back to our workout. Today's chest and triceps. We're doing a big change up. I want to kind of keep it going pretty quickly. I don't want to make the intro take too long. I'm doing a deload today. I think it's time. Y'all are right. My form kind of scuffed here. 175, still pretty heavy. I'm not gonna lie. On the bulk, it wasn't. We were getting it for like 8 with good clean reps. I think I just need to work on keeping the old rear end on the bench. And once I can do that, we're good. So we're gonna go from 175 to 155. So my warm-up sets 95, or we're gonna do the bar 95, a plate, and I'll do 155 for 2, and then I'll take a minute break. I'll walk for a little bit, and then we'll come over here. And we'll just see how many reps we can do of 155. I don't know if we'll do pause or touch and go. I'll probably do pause. We'll just keep it in the habit because we're going to be going back to pause anyway. A little pause and then go. I'm assuming I can probably get 8 with my butt on the bench. Maybe 10. I hope. I don't know. But if we're able to do 175 for 8, we should go get this for like 8. Well, 175 for like 6. I keep second guessing myself. I need to get better at editing too. Like, all those people that like they edit stuff and make it like, cut from when you're talking, you make a mistake, cut all that out. It takes a long time though. So I'm gonna try and keep it pretty smooth and not have to do that. So let's go on to our next exercise. That's also, first off, that is the plan for our bench deload. Second set will probably be like a plate. Then third set, 115, 110. I know it sucks going below a plate now on incline. But we gotta do what we gotta do until we get our strength completely back up. I think we were ego lifting a lot too towards the end of the bulk, but that's fine. So let's keep going here. Long intro, but let's go. All right, next exercise is going to be dumbbell flies. Should be doing the 35s again. Trying to maintain our strength there. Those feel really good. Give me a really good pump. And then next, oh yes, our next exercise, dips, but not regular dips. Weighted dips. We finally get to start weighted dips. I was thinking of using an elastic band to hold the weight, but I realized when I go down, the weight's gonna kind of like slinky. And then if I do that right, it can kind of be cheating, use that as momentum. So I'm gonna have to find something. There's some, ooh, what is that? I have no idea what this is. A, B, C, D, E. Okay, well, it's like, I have no idea what this is for, but it looks like something you have in like a classroom or something. I don't know. But either way, I'll just like tie this around my waist and then loop it through a weight, and then this won't, yeah. There's no elasticity in it, so that'll work perfectly. For our weighted dips, we're gonna just do 5 pounds today, just see how easy that is. I'd assume I can get it for at least 5 reps, half of what we can do normal set. I'll warm up by doing just some body weights, probably like 3 reps, just simple, then put on 10 or 5 pounds. And then once we can get that to 10, I don't think we'll make much progress yet, but once we get into the bulk, our number should shoot up, which will be nice. All right, the next and final exercise here is going to be bar push downs, which are nice. I'll just make sure I keep my elbows in. I'm going to try and squeeze them more in to my oblique area so I'm not moving them as much. Also at an angle like this so I can full lock out before hitting my legs. I have a problem sometimes where the bar will hit my legs, so that means I just got to lean a little more forward and hinge. All right, let's go ahead and go on to our 155 set. Hoping it's good today, so let's do this. Yeah. Good. Yeah. Come on. Comes leg drive. One more. God. Bro. What the heck? I don't even know what's going on here. How the hell did I do that for 8? Dude, why was my form so trash at like 5? That's 20 pounds less than last time. Alright, well, we got a very late start today. I took my pre at like 4:30, but I didn't even get started lifting until like 5:30, so. Alright, well, an off day. We'll count today as an off day. Next session, we'll do 155 again. I should have moved better. Well, maybe not, though. Last time for 175, we were doing touch and go. Serious reps here. Oh, basically right in the wall. Big weights here. Let's go. Big weights. Oh, yeah. 5 more. Oh my god. 14. 2 more. Come on. Okay, think hard. I feel like the front delt, man. I gotta be careful with those last ones. I feel like it's just gonna rip that thing right off. Can't lie, the pump I get done my front delt on those is crazy at the end. Probably should be stopping around 12. I wonder if my form tears down a little bit. Let's do a little early pump check here. There we go. Whoa. Oh. Yeah. Because we're going out like this. Oh yeah, stretching that front delt. I'm trying to keep my arms in more. It's all chest focus. Man, I wish I could get all the way. We definitely got size. We could definitely get really lean. Like 10 more pounds lean. We look crazy. Look at the arms. We need more. See the bicep tendon now a little bit. Forearm, bro. That's crazy. Yeah, that's a lot of progress right there. Imagine we're going to be able to do this. Here's the progress I made in my left trap. I'm getting up there now. Look at that, yeah. I might make like a pump check picture here. It's just the cuts and stuff in the chest. Let's keep moving. I got one more set, and I still have to muster up 12 more reps here. I can definitely tell chest flies are getting heavier. It's probably my best interest to go down to 30s next week, but we'll see. First ever time doing weighted dips. Bear with me. This might not be clean. Yep. It's harder. Six, yeah, I touched the floor. 6, we got 6. Oh man, I feel a lot in the front delt. I'm trying to keep them more in, elbows in, and really rounding the chest forward to protect the front delts. My front delts have been getting a lot of abuse, so I gotta be careful on those. The second was only 3 minutes. No way, with all that tutorial and stuff. So we lost 4 reps. That's how the increments are probably gonna be for dips. Every time we add 5 pounds, we'll probably lose about 4 reps. So I'd say dips are probably pretty close to benching then. Alrighty, those dips were nice. They were a lot more challenging today. After adding that weight, made the next set's hard. So we got 9 the first set, like you guys saw. And then our next set there, we got, come on, lag here, 6. Or no, we didn't get 9, sorry. Where'd 9 come from? Alright, we got our weighted dips for 6, and then our first set of non-weighted. 6 wasn't enough to do 2 sets of weighted, honestly. So I was like, alright, taking off the weight. I did 7 normal dips after that, and then for the final set, we did 6. So 6, 7, 6, and 3 warm-up. That's a lot on triceps today. So now we're doing tricep pushdowns, or bar pushdowns, with a straight bar. Why can't I find it? Oh, I hurt my delt. Jesus. Yep. A lot of shaking today. Oh. Ah. Oh. All right, one more. To 7. Some cheap reps here. We haven't got that 7 today. I have my shoulder, bro. I just hurt. All right, you know what? Here, we've been getting away with good lighting here. Try it. Now, how do we do our pump checks? I think we just used to have the camera like literally right here. We'll try like an OG pump check day. We'll do no exposure at all. It's gonna look, I'm probably gonna look pretty pale, but I don't care. Okay, so on the weighted pushdowns, we got the same numbers as last time minus 1 rep. So now it means every set we lost 1 rep on. Now I'm going to assume, well, let's see what we're working with here. I forgot to say that. The triceps are looking probably the most pumped I've ever looked here. See the line a little bit up the side of them. Yeah, we definitely destroyed triceps today. I'm seeing enough core. I'm pretty happy with right now. Say a few more weeks, man, we'd be seeing like everything skin tight. You know, if I'll be seeing a little more fat though, we'd be still a little cloudy. But yeah, we're looking pretty cool. All right, well, it's the moment we're all waiting for here. We'll do a front double bi and look at the triceps because I'm excited. It's the best tricep pump I've ever had. I mean, it's the hardest we've ever trained them. Hands down. All right, here we go. Whew. Still getting better flex in my chest. All right. Yeah, they're looking good. Obviously, got a lot more work to go on them. Bicep. I feel like the biceps just still dominate though. Maybe I'm just tripping. Maybe I just gotta get my triceps lean until they really start looking good. Okay, what an absolute brutal. Starting to see the tricep separation here. It's getting more skin tight here. Starting to see a little dip area in there. This one. Oh, you can start to see where the delt comes here and the tricep comes down like the hill. Boom. That's cool. I don't know if y'all can see that, but I can. Okay. Oh. I'm not trying to crack my neck up here. Not before leg day, at least. That happened after my squat session like 2 sessions ago. All right. Oh, yeah. Chest pump. Or chest pose. Oh, yeah. As leaner this pec gets over here, the cooler it looks up the middle of the ripple and stuff. Yeah. Get some more biceps. This thing just comes out a lot more. I definitely could cut longer. I want to. I really do. If I had like 10 more pounds of muscle, I'd keep going. But I think we're just going to be disappointed when we get there. I mean, obviously, it's going to look sick way better compared to last time. We put in a lot more work. Even though our numbers still relatively didn't go up much. I mean, obviously, we gained a lot more strength and control. But, yeah, I mean, we got a lot more. We did a lot more squats. Now my legs look small after seeing everything else. My legs look big when everything else is not pumped. Yeah. Start to see that line going up here too. That's oblique, definitely dominated. That helps build those. Alright guys. That's it for today. Hopefully this the standard camera without any the standard filter without any exposure may look a little better, maybe a little leaner. I don't know. I have to feel like the camera is not doing me justice here. This is probably one of the leaners I've ever been. I do think I was leaner on that first cut, though. I mean, I had no muscle, though. I was just frail. I had no abs, either. So we've definitely put a lot of size on the past 2 years. Year and a half. We're not quite to 2. I count my 2-year mark. It'll be October 2nd, 13th. I forget when I started the bulk. But I consider my starting point the first bulk because I didn't make any gains before that. I was just goofing off. Oh, we just need to get on some diuretics now. Get us leaner. She goes peeled. No, I'm just kidding. That's illegal. That is not natural. Just gotta get better at flexing this trap. All right. So I think that's all I gotta talk about today. I'm working on the app still. We're making progress, rolling out bugs. Hopefully I can have it done soon. Get sick working on it, not going to lie. But the end result is going to be worth it because I can at least switch over to that. The goal is to have it ready by the time the bulk is here. But yeah, tomorrow, leg day. Pain in the butt, but you know what? But the thing we can look at here is it's the final one of the cut. At least, I think. Unless I decide to extend the cut, which I can. It's fine. Worst case scenario, we just, bulk for a week, gain some water weight. We go right back on the cut. But I think, I don't know, it's tempting. It really is tempting to keep going, but I'm just afraid that I'm going to keep losing, strength, and I'm going to lose some size too. I want to have a good starting spot. I feel like right now, we're at a very good starting spot for a good frame to add more size on. It's just going to look crazy in a year. But then again, if we go until July 2nd, 22nd, like we planned on doing, like we did the last cut, I mean, we'd look sick, but our legs, man. I don't know, they're feeling small now. They were looking big earlier, I can't even lie. I don't know, I just feel like we're going to lose a lot more size if we get leaner. But again, we will look sick. Like, our bicep, we're already starting to see it. Like, this difference between the bicep and tricep area when the shadow hits there just right. And that's pretty cool. So we'll have to just see. I mean, I have been taking the cut pretty aggressive the last week and a half with the steps and stuff. But the calories are still at a relatively good spot. They're at 2,900, I believe, right around the 2,900 mark. So that's pretty good. I mean, if I'm still going down 2 pounds, there's really no reason to increase it. But I guess I could go for an even more aggressive 2.5 pound cut. But then we're going to start pushing and feeling crappy. So I guess what I could do is just slow down a little bit, aim for about 1.5 pounds a week, which is a little easier. I wouldn't have to really change my calories for a while. I just still have like, it's pissing me off here. Okay. We'll see. I'm not quite sure yet, but I think we're going to end the 14th. My good instinct is telling me to end the 14th, bulk, get some more size, and then around March next year, we start a cut, and we cut to like June or something. That'll give us an extra month, and then basically June, 14th, whenever, will basically be translated to like July if we take this one to July. If that makes any sense. It makes a little bit of sense to me, so it's probably not going to make any sense to you. I think that's all I got for today. We'll see. I'll keep changing my mind a billion times. This happens every time, no matter how much experience I get. I just want to get leaner and see what I'll look like. It's really tempting. It really is, but I don't know. I just need my backside. We just need a lot more gains here. We know a lot. We have a lot more knowledge, too. I feel like I learned a little bit from the cut. I didn't really learn a whole lot of new stuff. Basically, just keeping the form controlled. And I don't know. I'd give this cut probably, if it's over next week, probably an 8 out of 10. Probably could have tapered my calories down a little slower, but I only dropped like 1,000, But I wasn't gaining any weight, so that tells you my maintenance dropped by 1,000. But 1,000 is a 2 pound deficit, so maybe we did do that right. I don't know. Probably should have kept the steps up from the beginning. Or that next time we'll do better. It's so satisfying flexing. This is why I just want to keep going. I would look pretty sick, but I don't think our shoulders are gonna look any better. They do look kind of flat when I'm not pumped, and like when I'm not flexing either. I think it's for our best to start the bulk next week. Let's just see what we look like. We still have a whole nother week, and like I've said, 1 week can make a massive difference on. Oh, I just hit my step goal. Look at that. Just walking, pacing here. Our step goal. Like I said, 1 week can make an entire whole percent body fat difference. If I lose 2 pounds this coming week, I can lose a whole other body fat. So if I'm at 15% right now, I could be at 14% this coming weekend. That's a pretty big difference. I mean, think about it. The difference between 10 and 9 is pretty big. So let's see. Every week is another percent. So it's just, we'll have to see. I'm going to compare this week basically right here. So future me. I'm going to take a picture of this too. I want to see what a week will do, and then I'll decide if I want to take it another week next week, or not. I'm going to end the video here. Alright guys, I will see you tomorrow. Long outro. I might shorten this up a little bit. I always say that and never do. So thanks for watching, and hey, first time doing weighted dips. That's great. Alright, see you guys tomorrow for a dreaded leg day, but the final one of the cut, hopefully. See ya.